Hello and welcome to today's video. I have got my title here. I have made a few changes to some of the letters because I didn't have a T and I didn't have an H. So this challenge is to use a big picture and to lots of fussy cutting. So I've had this cloud paper in my stash for a while, just begging to be cut up. These clouds are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the blue background is very sweet, but the clouds being a lovely white with glossy accents around the edge, they're just perfect. So I cut all of those off a camera so that you didn't need to sit and watch me cut them all. I have a picture that was taken many years ago of my mum and my kids down on the Belfast, the ship on the Thames, and they're sat on a giant anchor, and I just love this picture. So I'm following a sketch, and my title had to be in. Oh, I've just done a challenge where my title had to be in a circle. So I was thinking I might do that again with this one because it's not something that I do very often. So I have sort of put it out in in sort of a circular pattern to sort of join my picture to my journaling, but I don't end up using it like that in the end. So I'm just putting down these clouds and thinking about where I might want them and the general layout, so that I've come in now with some Ranger Perfect Pearls. I think this is Blue Raspberry and a Dilutions London Blue ink as well, just to do some splatters. The Dilutions is a bit darker in colour, so you can see those better on the video than you can the Perfect Pearls, but both of them complement each other, and I thought would complement the colours in the photograph as well. So as I got my layout worked out, I kind of worked out where I wanted most of the splashes. So now I'm just going to put down my title here, and as I say, I had to change the J to make a T, and I cut the K to make the H, else I wouldn't have had all of the letters that I needed for this layout. So I am in a mega November stash busting theme to a lot of my pages, trying to use up kits and bits and pieces that I've had for a long time, and just try to make best use of my stash. And clear the decks a little bit for the end of the year. Maybe some Christmas presents on the way. Who knows? My hubby watches my videos. He might get some clues. So I'm going to stick this photograph flat down on my page, so there's not a lot of layering going on in this page. It is the picture is the main thing here. I have done another page in the past on this day, but it's just such beautiful pictures of my mum who lives in Australia, so she doesn't get to spend a lot of time with my twins. So this was just a really, really nice day, and I really wanted to document these pictures. The kids had a wonderful time, and it was just a nice a day out for us all. So I'm going to start layering up these clouds where I want them. I also have a little plane there that was on the paper as well that I couldn't resist cutting out. I like the one between the journaling strip and the photograph. It takes some of the edge out of the page, and I've put some on the left hand side of the photograph as well, just so it's not so, I don't know, sometimes pages seem a little bit too many points in them. So and I've brought that plane down and put it onto the journaling card there on the corner as well. Again, takes the point away from that card and just sort of smooths it out and gives it a softer feel. So the cards are going down flat and the photograph went down flat on the page, and the clouds are a mixture of some have been laid or are being laid flat, and some are being raised with the foam pads, just to give a little bit more dimension to them, so you get the shadow from underneath them, and you just get that little bit of height, and it just finishes it off. As you will often see me do, I use not only the foam pads, especially for these circular ones, but I'll also cut the edge and use the whole of that foam, so I don't like any wastage. If you keep watching my videos, you will see all sorts of things that I do in order to minimize waste, from using the branding strips and everything else, trying not to use too much stash and also trying not to have too much waste. I don't like having a lot of rubbish in my bin once I finished a page. You'll notice that I also like to tidy up as I'm going along, but I also make sure that I tidy and put absolutely everything away after I finish a page so that I know exactly where things are. And I use this tiny little bin, and I try not to fill that whilst I'm doing a page because I see that as being too much waste. So I'm just popping a little bit of a border around this. The page seemed not to be anchored, pardon the pun there. So the line just gives it a little bit, draws your eye and kind of frames it a little bit better. So I'm just putting in my journaling about the day there, and pretty much this page is finished. It's a nice quick one. The fussy cutting didn't take too long. Clouds aren't that difficult to cut out. There was a fair few of them, but again, it's nice to have finally used that piece of paper. And I have been using quite a lot of grey, and quite happily. It's not a colour I've used often, but I did have this really nice pack of basil grey cardstock which has a sheen to it, so I'm really enjoying using it on a few pages at the moment. And it perfectly went well with the anchor. So I hope you've enjoyed this page and that this inspires you to get out and do some scrapping this week. And please like and give me any comments or anything that you'd like to see in up and coming videos. That would be great. Thanks. Bye.